Hey, welcome back. So today we're diving into something that seems incredibly simple on the surface, but is actually surprisingly complex: industrial climate control. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about just renting a heater, because what's really going on in this industry is going to surprise you.
I mean, think about it. You've got a construction site in the middle of a frozen winter. Or maybe a big outdoor wedding gets hit with a crazy cold snap. The answer seems obvious, right? Just rent a big portable heater, turn it on, and boom, problem solved. It feels like a quick, easy fix.
But what if I told you that in this world of heavy machinery, BTUs, and raw power, the actual machine, the physical box that makes the heat, is the least important part of the entire equation? Okay, let's get into this, because what we're about to unpack is a total masterclass in logistics, engineering, and believe it or not, human connection. And that brings us to our very first surprising truth: the empathy equation. In an industry that, from the outside, looks like it's all about hardware and technical specs, the real game changer, the thing that really separates the pros, is something completely human. This whole idea comes straight from Michael Miller of One Source Rentals. His core philosophy, the thing his entire business is built on, is that the machinery doesn't matter nearly as much as truly understanding the client's problem. It's not about just selling them the biggest heater, it's about listening to their stress, their concerns, to figure out what they actually need. It's a pretty wild, counterintuitive way to think in a field that's usually all about the tech specs. And it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Imagine your multi-million-dollar construction project has ground to a halt because the ground is frozen solid. Or your critical data center is about to melt down. You're not just dealing with a temperature issue, you are under an insane amount of stress. Your whole business could be on the line. In that moment, the first and most important tool isn't a machine. It's empathy. It's someone on the other end of the phone who just listens. This whole idea of listening first flows right into our second truth: solving invisible problems. This is so much more than just making a cold room a little warmer. It's about tackling these super technical challenges that most people would never even know existed. And what's so cool about this is how it pulls back the curtain on that hidden complexity. We're not talking about your average space heater here. For a construction site, you need specialized ground thaw heaters. Why? Because the problem isn't just cold air, it's frozen earth that's stopping a project dead in its tracks. For a data center, a few portable AC units are literally the last line of defense against a catastrophic shutdown that could cost millions. And for an event inside a tent, you can't just pump hot air in there. The fumes are a huge safety risk. You absolutely need specific indirect fired heaters that deliver clean, breathable air. And that last point about the fumes, that brings up an absolutely critical distinction. Picking the right machine isn't just about doing the job well. It's a massive safety issue that, frankly, a lot of people might not even think about.
Okay, this right here illustrates that point perfectly. There are basically two main kinds of fuel-powered heaters. Direct fired is kind of like a gas stovetop. The flame and all the exhaust gases mix right in with the air it's blowing out. It's super powerful, but it's only safe for wide open, super ventilated areas. Then you have indirect fired. This works just like your furnace at home. The fire is in a sealed box and all the bad stuff gets piped outside. What comes out is just clean, warm, breathable air. This is the only safe choice for any enclosed space where people are going to be, period.
So, having this level of deep, specialized knowledge leads us straight to our third and final truth: service at speed. Because when an emergency hits, the real product, the thing you're actually paying for, it isn't the machine at all. Let's be honest, the best equipment in the world is completely useless if it's sitting in a warehouse when you need it. A model like this isn't just a catchy phrase to slap on the side of a truck. It's a promise. It's a commitment to being a 24/7 emergency response service, ready to solve insane problems when the stakes are at their absolute highest. So, what does a promise like that actually look like in practice, when things really go sideways? Let's walk through a real-world crisis that puts this whole idea to the ultimate test. Okay, so the clock starts now. A property owner's main air conditioning system completely dies. This is a potential disaster. They make that emergency call. In just 2 hours, not 2 days, 2 hours, a truck with 35 portable AC units is on site. And in just 4.5 hours total, the entire system is installed, it's running, and it has completely prevented a business-halting shutdown. So the crucial takeaway is this number: 4.5 hours. The value they delivered wasn't just air conditioners. The real product was speed. It was logistics. It was 24/7 availability that literally saved that client's entire operation. That's the product. So what's the real bottom line here? When we pull all these threads together, what does it really teach us about solving big, complicated problems? Well, we basically landed on 3 key truths. First, that real problem solving starts with being human, with an empathetic philosophy of listening before you act. Second, it takes incredibly deep, specialized expertise to even see, let alone solve these hidden problems. And finally, the true value isn't in the hardware. It's measured in speed and that round-the-clock, always-on availability. Ultimately, it's a huge shift in perspective, right? This isn't about renting a box that makes things hot or cold. It's about finding a partner who has the know-how and the logistical power to make a high-stakes, high-stress problem just disappear fast. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. In your own job, your own line of work, where might you be mistaking a simple product, the box, for the complex, human-driven service that's actually delivering all the real value? It's a powerful question to think about. Thanks so much for watching.